Good afternoon and welcome everyone to AvaTrade live Q&A webinar. My name is Danny. I'll be giving you the webinar today. Before we will begin, as always, I would like to make sure that everybody can see me properly, the screen over here, and you can hear me properly. If you can kindly comment in the question section that the sound is in a proper level, that can be great. Okay, that's good. On my end, it looks okay, but I'm not sure if the volume is okay. Please, if you can comment in the question section that the volume is in a proper level, that could be great. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you, Camille. And this is exactly the reason why I'm doing that, because I'm not sure if the sound is in the proper level. Otherwise, I wouldn't need to go through through this sound check if I could hear myself. Okay, that's great. And the screen here, guys, comment that the screen here is visible. Otherwise, again, I can't see what you see. Okay, that's great. Okay, so we are going to begin. This is the live Q&A webinar, as I said. So what we're going to do is we're going to first to explain how this webinar is going to happen in every step, what we are going to do. And we are going to begin with the common questions that we've gathered, previous common questions from other webinars and from this previous webinar. Then we will have dynamic questions, which are questions that you guys are going to ask along the webinar through, like I said, the question section. I'm going to go ahead and say that it's the function to raise your hand is not necessary, because at this point you can just ask whatever you want. This is the live Q&A, so that means that I'm taking the questions live. You can just put them down and that's okay. I will address them accordingly. Those are the dynamic questions which I'm going to put exactly here. And on the third part, we'll have it's a little more informative kind of a part that I'm going to send you the things here over the chat. This is the nice list here. And on the last part, we'll have analysis, unless we will find questions. I think I've seen one. You see, so how does analysis works? So this part, I'm not sure that I'm gonna delay on that part. Okay, so let's just simply, we're going to begin. Any capital markets and trading information disclosed in this webinar is provided for informative purposes only, should not be constructed or applied as an investment advice, recommendation, or a suggestion. This webinar is recorded. Okay, it's recorded, so that means that whoever wants to live in the middle, or you didn't fully understand what I'm explaining, so you can just see it as many times as you want through our channel on YouTube. Okay, you just need to search AvaTrade and you should see that. So I'm gonna make sure that the webinar is recorded as it's supposed to be, and then I'm all yours and we will begin. So I'll be right back. Thank you very much. Okay, so we are back and that looks just fine. We are going to open the webinar with common questions. Like I said, this is the live Q&A webinar and my name is Danny, and you guys are free to ask whatever you want at any given time. The common questions that we have today are, let's see, how much money do I need, right? Do I need to trade one lot NASDAQ? One lot, okay, sure, one lot with NASDAQ, right? Will the interest rate keep increasing? Okay, that's okay. All right. How can I get a senior account manager? Well, this one I'm familiar with. How can I withdraw my funds? That's also okay. How much? So this one is missing here. Question mark. How does analysis works? Okay, all looks pretty legitimate. Let's get ourselves a nice notepad, as always, to take the notes. So we're gonna open with this question, guys. How much money do I need to trade one lot with NASDAQ? And the way that we are going to do that, first, you see, this is the web trader, just on a nutshell before we begin, because some people are newbies and this is a platform that not everybody knows. So this is the web trader, and to get to the web trader, you must log in. Just a second, Brendo. Okay, just gonna paste your question. How does auto trading regulated? Okay, Okay, that's an interesting question. You're gonna paste your question here, Brendo. How do I think? Does that looks the same? I guess so. we'll have to manage. Oh, there we go. You saw what happened? It did it by itself. Okay, so to begin with, the first question that we had was one lot with Nasdaq. We're gonna paste the question, paste it here in the notepad, and then we go to the platform. Like I said, this is the web trader. So to open Nasdaq, I'm just gonna type here Nasdaq, right? Nasdaq, and then click it from the list. But first, I would like to prepare you guys that you're not going to get any information from the candles unless you're going to follow the 3 steps that I'm going to show you now. Okay, just a second. Christina, you're asking, please, how is the gold performing, responding to the inflation recently? Yeah, that's a lovely question there. We're going to paste your question, Christina. Thank you for the fabulous question. Okay, and we are going to continue. Okay, so as I was explaining, guys, you're not going to get the best out of this interface unless you're going to follow the 3 steps that I'm going to show you now. The first step is to click on the tiny 2 arrows at the bottom, at the upper right. There are 2 arrows here that if I click it, it makes the screen fold, and then I have a toggle to fold it even more. The second step is to change the crosshair here. As you can see, I'm going to click here on the crosshair, right? This is the 3rd icon to the right. And then I'm going to click on the crosshair, and then I have numbers, right? And before, what did I have? Nothing, right? There is no data. Okay, very challenging to analyze this way. If I click here on the arrow, then I have numbers, and that makes much more sense. Now, the 3rd step is to open the sidebar, right? So we have 3 steps. The third one, the first one, like we said, is to follow the arrow here. It was this way. Then the second one, it was the crosshair. And the third one is to open the sidebar. So watch what happens. If I click here on the asset, okay, it did it by itself. Sometimes it doesn't. Look, if I click on something, you see it didn't open the sidebar. So now, okay, still I gotta, okay, so to open the sidebar, I must click sell or buy, okay? Then I can re-expand it. Beautiful. Everything is wide and comfortable. So to trade one lot, first of all, what the hell is a lot, right? One lot is a measuring unit. Lot is a measuring unit moving from 10 to 100, right? To 1,000, to 10,000, to 100,000. That's for currencies, okay? And that's just how it works. Now, if I compare it, this one, just a second. Okay, so we're going to compare quickly what happens to understand what just one lot, what it means, right? So when one lot, this is the easiest, when one lot equals 100, so 1% is 100. When it's 10, so 10%, 1% of 1,000, that's 10. 1% of 10,000, that's 100. 1% of 100,000, that's 1,000. And in here, it's not going to be a completed one. It's going to be 10%. 10% of a unit. Okay. Why am I explaining you that? Because to understand how much one lot with Nasdaq is, we first need to know how many shares Nasdaq has. Now, I can check what's the lot size in 2 ways. First, I'm going to put here one lot, and then I have to put here one lot, okay? And then I have 100. Or I can go outside. I have here the I for more information next to the star. This is a beautiful feature. If I click it on the star, it adds it to my favorites. Okay, so next to the star I have the eye, and if I click on the eye, it's going to show me here. You see lot size equals 100. But for the sake of the example, we're going to go with just simply that. One lot with Nasdaq does cost quite considerable amount. Let's see how much money that requires. So this is the right one for us. Okay. Sorry, 1 for 100. So that means one lot equals 100 units. Just a moment, guys. Was a weird sound. I'm not really sure. There is like a white sound. I don't know if white noise. You guys hear that? Okay, so one lot equals 100 units. And how much does that cost? So to know how much money is needed, this is exercise. It's going to be universal, so you can use this exercise with gold or whatever else you want to, maybe a stock or anything else you want to try, that it's not Nasdaq, and it's still going to work. Okay, so first we must know the value. The value means how much it's worth. The whole one lot, how much does that worth? Second one underneath value is going to be the leverage. Why do we need to know the leverage? Because the leverage, which is a multiplier, okay, what it does is it lets you buy or sell more units with the same balance, right? Okay, in other words, leverage could be 1 to 10, from 1 to 2, I believe, to 1 to 400. That's what I'm familiar with, even 500 in some cases. Okay, that depends on the account. So in this case, as we can see, the leverage is 1 to 20. Beautiful. So we're going to put here 1 to 20. The value, how does it work? We're going to take the price per unit, which is, let's just get this a little higher. And the price 15,086 multiply 100. It's already written here, guys. Just giving you a hint. But still, we're going to do it anyway manually, because I want you guys to learn. Okay. Right. So that's exactly as it's written here. If I'll be precise with what's happening after the decimal, I get the exact result. Okay. It's obvious I don't need $1 million in my account, but in a moment we'll see how much I do. Okay, so the margin impact, or the margin requirement, okay, is the value divided the leverage equals the amount, which I'll give you a hint, guys, already written here, right? But still, we're going to do it manually because some people are not trading with, oh, did I change the figure? Oh, I accidentally did. Never mind. Let's take it from what I wrote already. Okay, so that's divided by 20, 75,000. Okay, guys. So do I have enough money to trade Nasdaq with the 10,000 that I have? What do you think? Do I have enough money to trade one lot with Nasdaq? Right? What do you think? What do you think, guys? Do I have enough money? Guys, I need you guys to be a little more active, otherwise I wouldn't know if you understand or not. Do I have enough money to trade one lot with Nasdaq? No. Okay, thank you, Bob. Now let's carry on. So how much am I missing though? How much am I missing? If I need 75 and I have 10,000, how much am I missing? Right, I'm missing 65,000. But I can take 10% of it, right? 10%, that's 10 units, I can afford it. Barely, that's going to occupy 75% of my margin, but I can do it. And obviously 0.01 is just a single share, which I can afford. I'm just gonna capture that, and we are going to paste it underneath the question. Okay, this way. Yeah. Will the interest rate? No, guys. This is something. Okay, let me. You know what? Let's go through that anyway. I guess that they have, whoever wrote this question was before the announcement, because, okay, let me just show you instead of the stories. Let me just show you. Okay, so guys, this is like I said, the web trader, left middle bar. I don't know how to call it, the sidebar. This is another sidebar to the left. We have discovery, like the globe-ish icon here. And at the bottom of this list, we have economic calendar. Now, if I click on economic calendar, one of the best things about it is that I can filter it according to what I need. And then if there's a question here, in the web trader and MT4 platform, do they have the same lot sizes as you had explained a while ago with WebTrader? Yes, yes, of course. The lot size is the contract size. The platforms does not matter as long as it's the same contract. Of course. Let me just paste this question over there, and then I will explain it a little. Oops. Will it work? Yes, that's good. Okay, successfully pasted. And okay, now I just hope, what did I paste? It was that. I hope that this one is understood. Right, guys? If it's not, please tell me and I will recap. As I was explaining, right, the economic calendar, one of the best things about it, you can see here that this is yesterday, and it stayed the same, right? It stayed the same, right? This is the interest rate, guys. Okay, whoever asked about the interest rate, this is the decision. So it was 525. The forecast was that it will stay the same, and it indeed stayed the same. So if this question is referring for the future, I possibly couldn't know. If this question is referring to what we had yesterday, so the answer is no. Okay, meaning previous interest rate was 525 and actual 14th of June, that's the same, right? Who knows why the okay, we're not gonna get into that. I almost asked you about the interest rate. We're gonna do that only after we're done with the questions. How can I get a senior account manager? This one's easy. Let me just show you guys. What I was about to say, if it wouldn't, you see, it was here by an accident, pleasant accident, but it was here. But if I would want to search, you see here the magnify at the upper right. I have a magnify here. I can put down what I want to search. If it's the NFP, oh, it's not gonna show it this way. I'm sorry. The NFP. What I meant is the non-farming payroll. No, it's still not gonna show. How is that? Sometimes let's try and reset everything. Okay, that makes more sense. Maybe I'm searching in the wrong place. Oh, sorry, I have to define it. Right? I have to define it, and then I can search. Let's go for non-farming payroll. Okay, and then this is again something that already occurred. Such a shame that I can't show you that. Never mind. But you can see that if I would filter only for US, it's going to show me the first one. You see the previous. Will it be here? Yes. You see, that's the first one. That's the what we are going to have next month in July. Never mind. Never mind. I don't want to delay about it too much. The question was regarding the interest rate, and as you can see here, it stayed the same. And the following question is, how can I get a senior account manager? And the answer, guys, is very, very simple. All I have to do is basically click here on the chat, click on chat with us, and to ask to get a senior account manager assignment. But I must activate the account. I'm not going to be privileged for a senior account manager unless I'm going to make a deposit and activate the account. Okay, and then I can qualify for a senior account manager. Unless he's going to call me, so I have to ask for assignment through the chat here. Okay, chat or WhatsApp, whatever you prefer. So the answer for that is, the answer for that is activate the account and ask for assignment. Okay, and we're going to make it. Okay, there we go. Okay. How can I withdraw my funds? Okay, so guys, let me switch to a real account so I can show you. It's a demo account. Got to switch to the real one. Okay, so let me just. How do I bring it back? Okay, I hope that the chart is back because for me it seems still gray. So guys, if you can comment that the chart is back, that would be great because I want to show you. I'm gonna click here on the 3 lines at the top left. Again, this is the question is how to withdraw. Let me paste it here for you guys. How can I withdraw my funds? So I'm gonna click here on the 3 lines, then I'm gonna click on withdraw. Gotta be patient with this page because sometimes it takes a moment or two till this circle-y thing is gonna stop spinning. Okay, now I'm gonna choose wire transfer and I'm gonna basically start putting my name here, right? Okay, I'm gonna keep on filling that form till the end. I must go with the same exact details that I deposited with, otherwise my withdrawal will get declined. That's how it works. And when I'm done, gonna click next. Of course, I can't withdraw funds that are occupied. Okay, so I must make sure that when I withdraw, I can withdraw. And yeah, basically just click here next, then it wouldn't complain about that. And that's just how it works. Okay, is that understood, guys? Do we have any questions? Click on 3 blue lines, top left, and click withdraw. Do we have any questions? Okay, questions from Catherine. I would like to find out more about leverage and margin as I am too scared to trade in case I end up in debt. Miss Osorio, there is no possibility for you to be in debt as far as I'm concerned. That's not how it works because the leverage is not a loan. It's not. Okay, I will explain in a second. Okay, something here. Oh, there we go. I don't know why it complained. Activate, maybe your account. Never mind. Okay. Will it? Okay, so how can I withdraw the funds? Yeah, that's just what you must do. This is so simple. How does analysis work? So what was the question? Okay, let me just paste it over there. Will that work? There we go. There we go, guys. You see, I pasted it so easily. Okay, how does analysis works? Guys, this is very important. This is the core of how to get decent information for you to trade with. First of all, why do we need analysis? Why waste time and you know and read and explore and analyze? Who needs that? Look, I'm gonna show you how easy that is. Oh, I must. Let me change just a second, guys, back to the account. Okay, so how does analysis work? So analysis is divided to two main fundamentals. Okay, there are two kinds of analysis. There is fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Okay, they are both important equally. And let's understand why do we need analysis in the first place. We're gonna go with corn. Okay. Actually, you know what? With corn, let's take gold. Because with gold, we also have the fundamentals. Mr. Holed, can I have one account manager to trade and have two or more accounts to copy trade my main account with different position size? Of course. This is what a lot of clients do. They trade with the account manager and they have a account that they are copying, and then you can compare the results. What's giving you better numbers? Let me paste your question here. Okay. There is another question here by Emmanuel Ufang. Can you explain pump and dump and how to take advantage of it? Look, if you want to get me to jail, even though I'm quite helpful guy, I do webinars for AvaTrade and so I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Of course, I'm just having a laugh, but no, I'm not gonna teach you how to pump and dump, Emmanuel. You'll have to find another way to learn that. I'm so sorry, but just ask your senior account manager. I'm sure he's not gonna teach you pump and dump, but he can definitely explain to you the logic behind it, and then you can explore it a little more by yourself. But now we're not gonna do that here. Okay, so we're not done. This is the most crucial part. Analysis, how does that work? So we're looking at, that's not what we choose. What we choose was gold. You noticed that there was corn here. I must click sell or buy to put the sidebar. Remember that, that's very important. Now, who knows why the gold plunging down this way? Who knows? Who asked me about the gold? There is a question here, right? Please, how the gold something. I'm just gonna delete that, whoever asked this question, because the grammar here. How is the gold performing, responding? Okay. That's question. This question is pretty valid. I'm gonna take two birds with a single stone. The question from here, how does analysis work? and how is the gold performing, responding to inflation recently. Okay. So for that, let's take this question and we're going to categorize it as fundamental analysis. It's beautiful. And technical analysis will be support and resistance. There are many things. Many support and resistance. There are many things, but the basic is support and resistance. And in here, we're going to use the example, how does the gold, never mind, how is the gold performing, responding to inflation recently? Okay, just a second, following up a question above, is there a minimum capital required for each account or all across the accounts? I'm just gonna, let me see if I can join your question with your previous, right, and then I can somehow, okay, I hope that I will remember to combine, okay, otherwise you can remind me. And we're going to answer both of the questions. So in technical analysis, that means that gold is heading down. Who can tell me when was the last time that it's been this low? All I have to do, watch very carefully, guys. This is a powerful tool. I'm going to click on the tiny arrow to the right, and it's going to follow the list. And this list, I have two kinds of lines that I can place on the chart. Horizontal line, that will allow me to see the timeline for the future and for the past. And I have the timeline that allows me to capture a certain day or week, because we're looking at weeks, right? Those, just on a nutshell, guys. I'm not going to dig to, actually, you know what, I am going to explain about technical analysis, because this question is about technical analysis. So I have time to explain to you that. All of those candlesticks, each different from previous, are made out of smaller candlesticks that I can look closely. Now, if I'm looking at this candle in particular, which doesn't seem like a great movement, because look how small it is compared to that one, but that's not entirely true, because the candle size is all of that and not just the color side. Now, if I'm analyzing this candle and I have to guess, I have to say that this candle, from what it seems, this is a hammer. This is a hammer facing down, right? So hammer facing down means that this whole fluctuations is retracement, meaning it headed up and then it went down. Let's see if I guessed it right. Gonna take the timeline, paste it on the chart, and look at the date. So those are weeks, and this doesn't show us anything. Now it will. You remember this little course here to change it? Now, 29th, and that's the 5th. That means that if I'll change it to days, I might be able to take a closer look. There we go. You see, we guessed it right. How could we possibly know that? Because this is what's giving the candle that shape of a hammer, right? Going up, even with a gap. It's not a regular movement. Going up and then down. Okay, let's see if we can find. Okay, never mind. We're not gonna delay too much about that. You see, gold keep on plunging. And that's just how it works. Now, how does that, why is that technical analysis? Who cares, guys? If it went up and then down, or down and then up, who cares about this? I can see a red candle, so that means I gotta sell, right? If I see a red candle, right? Does that mean that it's gonna keep falling, guys? Maybe till here. When was the last time that it's been here? Who knows? 3 months ago, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see that it's been down, gold has been down, but it's been also up. So that means that we have down, two bullish, and bullish means going up, right? And bearish bear, slam his opponent to the ground, bullish, bull, he's lifting you in the air, right? So we have 3 bears, 2 bulls, and another bear. So that means potentially we can have another couple of 2 candles. So I must know how much gold can go down. Will it go to here? Will it go to here? Will it go to that line? I must know. This is why we have in technical analysis we have support and resistance, right? Support and resistance, and support and resistance are the edge point of every chart. Therefore, I click in on the arrow again, click on the text, and I'm going to put here support. But Danny, okay, this is support. But Danny, are there more lines of support? The answer is absolutely yes, right? So this is the support that 1806. We have another one, just few dollars up, right? $5 up, and we have another one 1871. And we have another one that was broken. It was broken. Let me see. Okay, never mind. You see, just recently, right? The previous, what was the previous? There is a tiny difference between that and this. Okay, never mind. The idea is, guys, that it helps me to capture how far down can it possibly go. If I see here, last time that it's been there was 3 months ago, I don't expect it to get in an hour. I don't expect it to get from 1928 to 1892 in an hour. I expect it to happen realistically in a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe in a day, but I don't think that it's going to be there in an hour. Okay, unless something catastrophic will happen. Now let's understand why is it moving down anyway, right? Okay, so here we have the how. Here we're gonna have the why. Reason, right? Fundamental analysis means something happened or somebody said something or did something that caused the market to do something else. Technical analysis means the asset has moved in a certain way. This is why I think that it will move in a certain way. Okay? Example, the Feds decided not to increase the interest rate. That means that the interest rate stayed the same, but the numbers, inflation numbers, came better than before. Actually, I think better than the previous 2 years. I can't be too sure. You must Google it to be precise. But I think it's the best numbers we had since for 2 years now. So that means that the economy is doing pretty well. And if they don't increase the interest rate, that means that people are not going to have more challenges with their financials, right? Loans, mortgages, economy, daily things. I could say that. I don't know if I could say that, but just people facing with their financials. Okay, so if the inflation is slowly getting stable and the economy is not getting more challenging, that means that the currency is doing well. And if the currency is doing well, what did the gold do to respond to that? Right? What did the gold do? Let me, how can I get it? Right? Okay. Okay. This is not a formula, guys. Keep in mind that sometimes this can happen otherwise. You see, it can sometimes it could jump and only then plunge. Yeah, but the idea is when the dollar is getting stronger, that means that the inflation is being sustained. The gold can respond to that. The gold can definitely respond to that. Let me show you what happened last time. Where was it? I think it was here, right? I think it was somewhere here with the previous decision. Okay, so that's how it works. We have technical analysis, which are the levels that I've showed you just as an example. There are other things, averages and calculations and Fibonacci and all those kind of things, but right now less relevant. And the fundamental analysis is the reason. The reason meaning events, articles, announcements, reports. Okay. Now, okay, so let me just let me just paste that thing here. Fundamental analysis and technical analysis, right? I'm not sure that I have a way to compose it summarized for the favor of this question. Okay. Okay. Now, so that inflation being sustained, meaning the currency is stable and the gold can respond to the and the gold can respond to the currency. Okay. Right. Okay, this can both this can work what I've explained about the gold and the economy doing well and so on. That can work to the other side. If they would, God forbid, increase the interest rate. Okay, if maybe I should have started with the inflation. If the inflation would cut, the numbers would come negative. That means declining, and they would decide to increase the interest rate. So that could happen the other way around. Okay, I hope that you understand that. How does AvaTrading regulated? Okay, so AvaTrading, we have something called, we have few things to offer. So we have AvaSocial. In AvaSocial, it's not really AvaTrading. It's just linking your account to your trader's account. Okay, AvaSocial, you can link your account to somebody else's account and trade automatically, right? So that's how it's regulated. Okay, you have a nice form you have to fulfill, and then you can link your account. You don't have to do that with AvaSocial. You don't have to. You can just copy somebody just by looking looking at its actions. But if you want, so you can. Okay, we have other solutions. It's less relevant at this point, but you can ask your senior account manager, and he will provide you with many alternatives. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to show you guys, beside the economic calendar, is one of the things that we added recently. It's very good for technical analysis. Okay, so you can see here next to the gold, we have lightning icon here. If I click on the lightning icon, I'm not sure it's lightning, but I'm just guessing. Okay, so this is signals from provided by Trading Central. What are the fees for AvaSocial? It's not AvaSocial, it's AvaSocial, and I'm not too sure. So you must download that and review that by yourself, because I think every trader maybe has his own fees. I'm not sure. I don't want to confuse anyone. My division do different things. Just try, download that. Or like I said, you can ask your senior account manager, and he will check if it's a particular case. As I was explaining about signals, guys, you see there are many nice levels here, key levels, scenarios, the important resistance, all kind of things. Very interesting to see, right? Signals, another layer of analysis for free on the platform. Okay, let's continue. In the web trader and the go, lot size, yes, contract has the same lot size in all of our platforms as long as it's the same asset in contract. The reason that I'm speaking in contracts, guys, is that this is CFD. CFD, contract for difference. And okay, I would like to find out more about leverage and margin. Okay, leverage does not cannot how can I say that? Leverage cannot get you into that because the leverage on our platform is not a loan. Okay, that means, guys, this is not a loan. This is not a loan. This is building the platform. We're providing it for you guys to trade with. Of course, there is a collateral you must fulfill, which is called margin impact, which is here, but afraid not. You cannot get into any debts. God forbid you've lost the funds, you lost the funds, but nobody's gonna ask you for the funds. That's not how it works. I don't know if people do that. I think if people do that, I'm not sure if it's too legit. But we are a regulated company, and rest assured, if you're trading with us with the leverage, you're not gonna get into any debt. Not with us, of course. Can I have one account manager? Yes, of course. So this is the question that I had to combine, coming from God knows. I can't paste any more questions, guys. I'm so sorry. I start seeing questions again. I don't have any space here. Oh, Holed, right? Holed Jubai, Juboy. You asked about having multiple accounts. So yes, the answer is absolutely yes. The answer is yes. Oh, made it smaller. How can I do that? Can I have more accounts? Okay, let me just answer here. Can I do that here? Or it will make it smaller. Okay. Yes. And I saw that you asked about minimum amount. I'm not familiar with the minimum amount. Can I? Yes, you can open more than just one account. You can have more than one sub account inside your account and diverse to different strategies. And I can barely see what I'm writing. This is way too small. How can I make it a little lower? Oh, there we go. Nice. Yes, you can open more than one account. You can. Okay, I want another way to compose that. Basically, you can open more than one sub account and diverse to test different strategies. I'm not aware about the minimum. Strategies and move the money internally. Not many people know that. Internally, right? Yeah. So what in simple words, what does that mean exactly? What did Holed asked? What he asked is, if I want to follow somebody as we mentioned, AvaSocial and so on. And at the same time, I would like to get educated and learn and to have a plan and so on. Can I do them both? Absolutely. So let me see if I can show it to you. We don't have a lot of time, but I'm going to try, okay? No, it's not going to work now. But again, this is very simple. You can ask your senior account manager. He's going to help you do that in 10 seconds to open a sub account. But for now, we're not going to have the time to do that, even though it doesn't take a lot of time, but still, I have to send you these things, guys, and I had to do my best to fulfill the questions. And I'm so sorry, guys, I'm not going to take any more questions. I just, beside the fact that I don't have the space physically here, I don't have the time neither. So we're going to paste you this lovely links. I'm going to paste it through the chat section. Okay. There's the Education Center. Okay, let's take that one as well. That's for the logging and deposit. If you want to get a senior account manager to log in and make a deposit for the FEC and Help Center. That's for the real account, whoever is trading with the demo and now wants to do the live things. The Academy, of course, a lot of nice videos and tutorials. Okay, and I'm gonna be nice with you today, guys. You're gonna get the special promotion to get a senior account manager to give you a one-on-one premium market review. Okay, and that special promotion code is Q&A benefit, which you can paste and get yourself a nice one-on-one premium market review with your senior account manager. So guys, it's been a pleasure. I thank you all for joining us today. I'm sorry for whoever I didn't take his question due to the nature of the webinar, but you can try again next week, same time. We're going to have another live Q&A webinar and you can ask your questions again. And hopefully you'll be lucky enough to see the answer live. So I wish you all best of luck, make a lot of money, and have a good day.